Hi DS, greetings to you all. First of all, I would like to wish you and welcome you for this 12th standard. My dear students, I hope you all in the safety zone with God's grace with your family. We may spend nearly 47 days in different manner with our family. At the same time, we have to think about our career also because this is 12th standard. This is the life deciding duration and it is a turning point of our life, so that we have to think our career also. For that purpose only our management has been decided to provide the online classes through YouTube channel. Based on that, from yesterday onwards, our teachers they have given the online classes through YouTube channel. I think many of you have been watched that videos and you took down the notes also. Today for 12th Lotus class we are going to provide the physics class. Okay, in this physics you may thought in your mind it is the toughest subject. Not like that, it is the easiest subject. Then in this subject you can score more marks also. And one more thing I want to give, what are the chapters given in 12th standard. So totally 12 volumes are there, seems to be 11th standard. In 11th standard also you have studied 2 volumes. In 12th standard there are 2 volumes. In the first volume there are 5 chapters are there. First chapter is nothing but electrostatics and second chapter is current electricity. That chapter is nothing but magnetism and magnetic effect of electric current. Fourth chapter is nothing but EMI. EMI is nothing but electromagnetic induction and alternating current. And fifth chapter is nothing but electromagnetic waves. Okay, so these are the 5 chapters in the first volume. And second volume it is also containing 6 chapters, but in these notes I have given only 5 chapters because these 5 chapters are very important for the next courses, and also it is very useful for NEET and IIT. From these 10 chapters only they will ask many questions, so that I have given these 10 chapters. Okay, let us move to the first volume. So in this first volume, what is the first chapter? Electrostatics. In this electrostatics we are going to discuss about the static electric charges, how the charges were discovered and what are the basic properties of electric charges, and electric field, electric potential, capacitor, capacitance, everything we are going to discuss in the first chapter. Okay, and then from this first chapter we can expect 2 mark questions, 1 mark questions, 3 mark and also 5 mark questions. Maximum in this first chapter they will ask twisted 1 mark question also. Then in the second chapter is nothing but current electricity. In this current electricity we are going to discuss about moving electric charges, how the electric charges are moved. Only when the external force in the form of electromotive force, that is nothing but electric potential, when it is applied to the conductor the charges are moving, then only we can say that current is flowing. Okay, and applications of current electricity, what are the devices, how can we calculate the electric power, everything we are going to discuss in the second chapter. Then in third chapter is nothing but magnetism and magnetic effect of electric current. In this chapter we are going to discuss about what are the basic properties of magnetism, and how the magnetic field is produced by the current carrying conductor, and everything it is discussed. Then in the fourth chapter we are going to discuss about EMI, electromagnetic induction and alternating current, how the magnetic properties are induced and electric current are induced from one body to another body without the physical contact, that is known as induction. Conduction means if the two bodies are in physical contact, we will say that it is a conduction. Induction is nothing but without the physical contact, if any property is transferred from one body to another body, then we will say that induction. So how the electric and magnetic properties are induced from one body to another body, that is we are going to discuss in the fourth chapter. And also another part is nothing but alternating current, how the alternating current is produced, what are the sources for alternating current, and what are the appliances working based on this alternating current, we are going to discuss in this fourth lesson. And fifth lesson is nothing but electromagnetic waves. So this is the important lesson. From these electromagnetic waves only, now we are using mobile phone and telecommunications and radar communications and radio waves, microwaves, IR rays, X-rays, gamma rays, everything based on this electromagnetic waves only. So these are the 5 important chapters in the first volume, and in the second volume we are going to discuss about remaining 5 chapters. So what are the chapters given in the second volume? So here we can see that one more 5 chapters. So what are the 5 chapters here? So in these 5 chapters we can see that first chapter is nothing but optics. So what is optics? In the lower classes itself we have discussed about optics, how the images are formed, what is meant by lens, what is meant by mirror, lens equation, magnification, everything. But we are going to discuss in 12th standard in advance of the optics, what are the optical instruments and how they are working, how the electron microscope are working, everything we are going to discuss in the optics chapter. And dual nature of radiation and radioactivity is the 7th lesson, how the radioactivity is formed, and also photoelectric effect. We are using many appliances based on this radiation only. We can say that fluorescent board, reflectors, everything they are based on the radiation only. It is discussed in this 7th chapter. And also cinematography, automatic opening door, automatic street light, everything it is based on the phenomenon of photoelectric effect only. It is going to be discussed in the 7th chapter. And 8th chapter is nothing but atoms and nuclei. In the lower classes we have discussed about fundamental properties of matter. Atom is an extremely small particle. Then we have discussed about matter is made up of very tiny particles called atoms. It cannot be subdivided. But into the atoms, what are the constituents are there? Constituents are nothing but fundamental particles. Okay, so fundamental particles means into the atom, electron, proton, and neutron will be there. And into the atom, what are the constituents? It is known as the nucleus. By Rutherford alpha particle scattering method, it was found that into the atom there is a small sphere of radius 10 power minus 15 meter. Into that there are 2 constituents are there. One is proton and a neutron. So such type of things are going to be discussed in the 8th chapter. Okay, then we can move to the 9th chapter. 9th chapter is nothing but semiconductor devices. Already we have discussed conductor and insulator, but here we are going to discuss about semiconductors. What are the devices comes under this category, semiconductor devices? Okay, and what are the devices we are using in our day-to-day life? Most of the electronic systems we are using in our day-to-day life, even in the mobile phone and VCD player, computer, CPU, monitor, everything, it is based on the semiconductor devices only, because by using these semiconductor devices electric power consumption is very low, and also it is less cost, and it is very cheaper, and it occupy very small space. so that mostly we are giving the preference for semiconductor devices. And in 10th chapter, that is nothing but communication system. So this is a very essential, because to convey the messages from one place to another place, it is very essential. Nowadays we are using mobile phone up to 4G, now 5G is also coming. So day by day we are increasing the strength of the communication system also. That is also discussed in the 10th chapter. In the ancient day, how the communications were developed from the first, now what where we are. So everything it is discussed in the 10th chapter. So these are the outline of the chapters in 12th standard physics. Mostly we will expect from the 6th lesson compulsory problem may be expected. It may be in 2 mark or a 3 mark part. Okay, right. So these are the 10 chapters, important chapters we are going to discuss in the 12th standard. Okay, 11th chapter is also there. That is nothing but recent development in technology. For exam point of view, we can study that lessons, but in the competitive view, we have to completely study these 10 chapters. Okay, so now we are going to discuss about first lesson, that is nothing but electrostatics. Are you clear? So there are 10 chapters. Among the 10 chapters, first volume it contains 5 lessons, and second volume it contains 6 lessons. Among the 6 lessons, first 5 lessons is very essential. Now let us move to the first volume. So into the first volume, just now we have discussed, that is nothing but 5 chapters are there. First chapter is nothing but electrostatics. In this electrostatics part 1, I am going to explain about basic properties of electric charges and historical background of electric charges. Okay, right. So here electrostatics, in these electrostatics we are going to discuss about static electric charges, how the charges were invented. So first, the Greek philosopher Thales, he was introducing the new concept of electric charges. So what is the new concept of electric charges? So he found that when amber is rubbed with animal fur, it attracted small pieces of leaves and dust, even the bits of papers also. So he declared that there was a property of attraction when the amber is rubbed with the fur. So this is the initiation of discovering electric charges. Okay, after Greek philosopher Thales, the next person is nothing but who is none other than William Gilbert. So William Gilbert, he found that that concept is not only for the amber, it is also same for the glass rod and silk cloth and rubber also. In his experiment, he revealed that if glass rod rubbed with the silk cloth, it acquires the positive charge, and silk cloth acquires the negative charge. Okay, so from this he conclude that glass rod acquires the positive charge and silk cloth acquires the negative charge. But in this sentence you can read that if glass rod rubbed with the silk cloth, it acquires the positive charge, and silk cloth acquires the negative charge. That means glass rod acquires the positive charge, it means glass rod, and silk cloth acquires the negative charge. The same experiment he done for rubber and ebonite also. Okay, then after William Gilbert, he gave some conclusions, that is nothing but according to his theory. Gilbert, he told what he says means, during this process no charges are produced but the charges are transferred mutually. So from this point we have to understand that electric charges cannot be produced, electric charges neither be created nor destroyed. Okay, right. Then in the next point what he has given is nothing but the phenomenon of acquiring the charges are known as frictional electricity or triboelectric charging. These are the two terms, but in our textbook they have given as triboelectric charging only, but I have given here frictional electricity. Because of the friction only the electric charges are produced. These are the things given by William Gilbert. Then after William Gilbert, then one more person, scientist in the 18th century, Benjamin Franklin, he classified two kind of charges. What are the two kind of charges? One is positive charge, another one is negative charges. These are the two kind of charges experimentally verified and revealed by Benjamin Franklin. Okay, according to him, he gave the conclusions that is nothing but amber and rubber are negatively charged while rubbed with a glass rod and acquires the positive charge. What is the meaning of that? So amber and rubber, okay, amber and rubber, they are acquiring the negatively charge, and glass rod acquires the positive charge. These are the important points. So from his experiment he concluded the following results. What are the results he concluded? That is very important. One is same kind of charges repels each other and opposite charges are attracting each other. These are the very important result given by Benjamin Franklin. Okay, then he conducted one experiment to explain this concept. It is given here in the picture. You can understand that there are two pictures given. In the first picture you can see that rubber and glass. Already just now we have discussed rubber always it is occurs the negative charge and glass rod always occurring the positive charge. Since they are opposite charges, they are attracting each other. So here you can see that the arrow mark of the direction of force, both of them they are attracting. But in the second case we can see that one is rubber, another one is also rubber. So both are two bodies are having the negative charges, so same kind of charges they will repel each other, because according to the Benjamin Franklin concept, same charges it will be repel. Suppose you can ask one more question: if two glass rods are taken, what will happen? The same, it will be repel each other. This is the experimental verification given by Benjamin Franklin. So opposite charges attract each other, same kind of charges repels each other. This is a very important result given by Benjamin Franklin. Then we can discuss about the what are the basic properties of electric charges and Coulomb's law. In the next part we can see that. Okay, thanks for watching.